What's going on, everybody? Welcome to the J72 Gaming Channel. My name is Jacob, but you guys can just call me Jay here. And today, the Isle updated with a new Horde test, so it's not the official branch, but they updated the Horde branch, and with it came a bunch of map changes. And guys, I'm sure you're like me. Anytime we get map changes, I'm stoked. And so today, I want to show you the three big main changes that they did to the map. As you can see, we're flying in here. Ignore the frame rate. I have smoother footage coming up later, but this is the first shot of the new port, which is awesome. They also made some changes to the swamp in the south. They extended it a little bit, and they messed with a little bit of the South Plains area. So today I want to show you all those places and bring you along with my journey here on the first day that I played the Horde test. Alright folks, like I said, the frame rate here can get a little iffy at times. When I dive into the Horde test, it completely changes all my settings, and I didn't think about that until after I saw that the frame rate of the Pteranodon footage here in the port dropped literally to 7 frames. So enjoy the slideshow that I'm going to show you guys. But don't worry, afterwards, towards the end of the video, I've got really close-up, in-depth, smooth footage of my Gallimimus walking around inside the buildings. They have multiple level buildings, which is really exciting. But we're going to get there. We're going to start first with the South Plains area because it's the one that they edited the least. So the first shot here is, again, bad quality, I'm sorry, and it was storming, but hey, good news, the storms are back. But they're really, the only change here in the South Plains, and I'll just zoom in on the map to kind of show you the area that we're talking about here, is they added a lot more jungle in this area down in the bottom area. It used to be kind of like rolling plains and fairly open with a lot of grazing, but now the most of it is actually jungle. And the main thing I notice is that they got this big strip of land here that you see them flying over, and I'll cut here to my Utah walking through it. It's this strip of sand, basically, that cuts kind of like a road and makes like a little valley. There's a huge cliff now, so it's actually kind of dangerous if you're running from the shore in the south north into the jungle area. You got to be careful because you can easily fall. But besides that, no real changes actually in the southern plains other than that area. However, if you start moving over to the swamp, and I'll cut back to my Pteranodon flying in that terrible storm with bad quality, you can see that the swamp is much bigger, right? It's literally like twice the size about. So if I show you on the map here what the original swamp was, basically double that out to its west, and you've got the new swamp here. And so flying over it, I can kind of, I show off kind of like some of the views from the air. But if I cut back to my Utah here, you can actually see that it's more like a jungle vibe than it is the old swamp vibe, right? So I remember when Dondi was giving his stream, he was kind of talking about what he wanted to do with the swamp and basically saying that he wants it to be a bit more of a gradual change, right? So when you're over in the Riverlands, it's open, and then you get towards the swamp, and it starts feeling a little bit more marshy and swampy, and then you get towards, you keep heading west into the new area, the new swamp. It's more of like a flooded jungle, and then you keep going through that, and you get to the new areas of the South Plains that I showed you, which is just true raw jungle, continuing out that, and then you actually you exit the swamp, the area and the jungly area, and you get to the South Plains as we all know it. So yeah, this place it's pretty cool. I mean, it's really difficult to get around on a juvenile raptor, as you can see here. Very, I'm struggling to jump around. Lots of swimming that you didn't expected. But if you are a crocodile, a swampy crocodile, it's going to be a lot more space for the crocs to play with, I think. I think it's a great change for them specifically, as well as the bipe as well, just to get a little bit more place to play with, and more fishing zones for Herrera while we're talking about different creatures. But mainly the crocodiles. I think this map, Gateway, is already a lot better than the last one, Spyro, was for Croc specifically. The last one is the Spyro, was kind of like a bunch of highways of rivers, and that was kind of it, right? You had to stay on one of the paths, and there wasn't really any interesting places for you to try to get to. But now in Gateway, not only do you have those highways of pass, but you got a big branching open swamp, which is cool, which is like 3-4 times the size as the one back in Is the Spyro. Also, in Is the Spyro, no one ever really went over to the swamp. It was like just for the crocs, really rare to find people out there, but Gateway's really broadened that scope with the swamps, and I think this change to the swamp, adding about doubling the size, right, is really good for the crocs and just gives them more space to kind of spread out before trying to traverse through the rivers. This also is a good change because the swamp is a lot closer to the western river out in the South Plains. It's really the Southwest Plains, but we call it the South Plains. It's easier for them to get over there now. because the swim into the salt water up to the pond in the South Plains, and then traversing from that over into the actual river is a lot shorter distance now. So now you don't have to get salt water and swim all the way around just to get there. So I think this is a good change. Alright guys, now for the rest of the video, I just want to show you pretty much uncut this segment of my stream here. It's about 10 minutes or so of me really checking out the interiors and stuff with the Gallimimus and getting a really good close-up, zoom in on some interesting things that we find. So I know this is always, like, for me, the most interesting thing about new stuff is just like kind of getting a boots on the ground type vibe to check it out. So I'm gonna shut up here, and you guys can listen to Stream Jacob for a little bit and enjoy this exploration of the new port. It's a new stream, so YouTube considers it completely new. You know how it goes. It's already rough out here as a YouTuber, and then my computer out here making it impossible for me to get viewers. Frustrating. But the game's awesome right now, and so I'm going to ignore that aspect of the annoyance of today and revel in the awesomeness of the port. Hey, Finn, what up, bro? Hey, you want to know what's good? Just keep watching. This port is good. Unless I crash again. Or get eaten by a raptor. We'll see what happens. I did want to check out these buildings before we go into the port proper, because we didn't really get to check these out when I was playing Pteranodon. Activate Nightvision. That barely does anything. Nightvision makes things kind of like... It's like you have a small flashlight on. Oh, check this out. Yo, there's actually like multiple floor interior. Yo, you play a whole game of hide and seek up in here. Wow, okay. Yo, this is what I was hoping for. There's like cool interiors like this. This is actually sick. The rooms are empty, but that's something that they can work on. This is the bathroom. I am almost too big for this place. I am small. I'm 25% grown, and I'm almost too big for this place. Let's keep going up. Check it out. Oh. Sneaky, sneaky. What the heck? That's unfinished. Let's check this out quickly and not get caught in here. Oh, what the heck? I'm in the back rooms. Let's not get caught. Let's be smart about this. Interesting. It keeps going up. Oh, it's it's okay. It's like super unfinished up here. Super unfinished. Yeah, you can get caught up in here very easily if you get too big. Like if you grow up in there. Okay, well, pretty cool. I like that there's interiors. Drive the car, says Prez. I don't know, can I get in it? Probably not. It's probably one big model, if I had to guess. I wonder if like a little hatchling could get in there. Okay, cool. The frames are also holding up. Oh, dude, there's a couch. Hold on. Hold up. Hold up. Hold up. Yeah. Chillin'. Oh, I wish my head didn't turn. It would be a perfect screenshot. Alright, cool. And then over here's like the entrance. That is blocked off, so yeah, still work in progress. We're working on things. Mojo, welcome. What's up? Just found you by finding the wet specs. Come around the aisle. Think about... Okay, yeah. What's my favorite aisle era? It's a good question. I really fell in love with the game when Update 3 came out, when the Dinosaurs was released. I would say that was pretty high hype levels for me. And then the second answer is probably right now. Gateway right now is really interesting. What do we got here? Look at this. Oil filters, brakes, tires, fluid belts, notes. This is fun. It's kind of cool. There's a whole lots of stuff going on here. Get out your conspiracy theory on what this all means and tells us... This tells us when Rex gets released, right? I'm sure that's what this means. Misto, welcome to stream. Is the docks near here? Maybe. Maybe. Yeah, man, this is the docks. We are checking it out, but I'm taking my time. We're going through all the buildings that we didn't get to look at when we were... flew over it on the Pteranodon first. Oh, look. This bathroom actually is furnished. And full of trash. Oh, nasty. There's even piss in it. Gross. How are you not gonna flush? This place is cool. There's theories about this place. I remember like watching a video because Dondi showed this off. He was playing Maya, and I think he was actually like right in here specifically as the Maya. But there's theories here of you know, when humans get vehicles, you'll have to like bring it in here, and that's where you can get like tires and stuff. And so there might be like a few service stations around the place. That's pretty cool. All right, let's check out the main port again. I think I'm hearing something too. Wow, my frames are so much better than last time. That's crazy. Night and day difference. Something was going on last time I came here. Like, legitimately broke my game. How are the servers? Servers are fine. Servers are alright. I haven't had any problems with the servers. This one's like, at 69. Nice players. Yo, there's so many, like, little... I can't wait to get into, like, combat here. Play, like, run around, hide from everybody. It's gonna be really cool. Nesting here as a Utah will also be good. Careful, guys. Caution, floor is wet. That's the saddest looking microwave I've ever seen. Cool, like a little, almost looks like a police confessional room, or where they, like, detain people and question them looking through the one-way glass. Possible upcoming system where the dinosaurs can use the bathroom, yeah. I was actually thinking that. I was surprised they don't have something like that in this game, because they're all about realism. Surprised you just didn't, like, you know, do the arc thing where you just kind of, like, defecate randomly. Okay, here's something I don't like. If they want me to, knowing the Isle, they don't want me to criticize them. But change the mirrors out. Don't have all three of the same mirrors with the exact same broken tiling. That takes you out of the immersion. But they're working on it. It's all work in progress. If anything, what we're really looking at is the shape of the buildings and stuff like that. But I love that some of these buildings have like 2 stories. That's so cool. Imagine nesting right here as a Utah, on the couches, you know. Can we like see our way in there? Not really. Yeah, pretty cool. Alright, what else we got out here? Any more buildings on this side before we go under the main things? I also do want to run my way up that, as dangerous as that's going to be. I also got to worry about fresh water. Let me smell. I don't know if there's fresh water around here. I hope that they add like a little thing. If you guys remember the map V3 back in Legacy, they had a port there, and they had, oh, there is fresh water nearby. Hold on. Let's go see what that is. But they had a little like area for you to drink. That, ooh. Hello? This is cool. Sick. Is this gonna spit me out in the fresh water? Oh, what the heck? Yo, this is like... Uh-oh. I think if I fall down there, I get stuck and die. Let's not do that. Kind of cool. But anyway, yeah, I was talking about is back in Legacy V3 they had like a little I don't even know what it was, like a uh-oh. Okay, thank God. A little trough of water. That's mud. Okay, what is this water that they are showing me? Over here. Around the corner. Ah, like down here. Ah, okay. Oh, a little unfinished. But there is fresh water here. That's huge. Yeah, that's massive. I might be a little lengthy for that putt. Yeah. Well, what's crazy is I'm small. I'm a small galley. I'm not grown at all right now. Oh. Yep. I heard that too late. Come on, man. Let me test the area. That's annoying. Well, it is what it is. Raptors playing being Raptors. So, yeah, the whole time I was talking about getting attacked by raptors in the port, got killed by raptors. It is what it is. Alright guys, for the next little bit of this video, I want to show you a little bit more of the port. Unfortunately, though, it is with the footage of the extremely bad slideshow frame rate here with the Pteranodon. So while I have that running in the background, I want to show you and talk to you about some of the other things that they mentioned here on this Horde test. So just going off the announcement here of what they talked about, they said that they've changed, or they've adjusted pounces. I'll put this list up on the screen too. They've made bucking adjustments. The Nightvision has changed, and specifically on Nightvision, I've got this little clip here that I think really kind of shows it off with my Raptor. It's generally just brighter, but it does still have a little bit of that like comic book outline that we're so used to, right, with the current Nightvision. So it's a little bit of like old school Nightvision and new Nightvision. So it's okay. It was really good, and when I was playing, I just kind of had it on almost all the time. So I almost think it's a little bit too good. I might need to dial it back so players don't just use it 100% of the time, right? But anyway, it looks that's what it is. Looks all right. Then they also mentioned that they have Carnotaurus, Ceratosaurus, Diabloceratops, and Troodon adjustments. I don't know specifics on that. They don't give us specifics, and so I don't have specifics. Now, they also talked about patrol zones. Now, patrol zones are these eyeball looking sections on the map, kind of like the sanctuary zones and the migration zones. But again, they didn't really tell us what it was about. Now, folks in stream or in the chat were saying that the patrol zones are really there to exist so you can try to find other players of your same species. So you go there, you look around, that's where you can kind of try to group up with players. And so I think that's cool. It's also a good place to find like a mate, right? If you need to go nesting, you head there to find a mate or other players. So that's cool. Now, they also have the taco guys, and we did find one. Here's a clip of the little taco. I found it on my galley, and yeah, it's awesome. He's cute. It's a taco, right? It's a Tacosaurus, and or it's a Tacosaurus. That's how you say that. Anyway, it's the taco. We all get to eat some Mexican food now. It didn't really. I tested it here. You can see I'm like kicking it around. It took only 3 kicks with a 23% grown galley. So, and I guess I bit it once. So very, very low HP pool. But yeah, that exists there. That's in the Horde test now. So we can eat some tacos out there in the world, which, in my opinion, is a little bit more fun than eating like goats and boars and stuff like that. So that's cool. They also threw in Pteranodon AI. I don't know if any of the AI I saw while playing any of the Pteranodons I saw were actually AI, but they're in there as well. Now, they do also have randomized spawning, and I don't know if I like this. Somebody in chat said they did. I personally am not really the biggest fan of just kind of getting thrown anywhere. I liked being able to control where I was spawning, and honestly, the whole system where if you die, spawned and you died in an area really quickly, you couldn't spawn there again. I like that. I think it was fine. It wasn't the biggest punishment. But I know it's kind of a mixed bag of feelings on how people feel on that specific aspect of spawning. And then, yeah, the last thing they mentioned here is Pteranodactylus, which is the really small little flying, it's like a micro-sized pteranodon. They called Pterodactylus sound traps, so I'm not really sure exactly what that means. Let me know down below in the comments if you know what that means, because I'm very interested in that. And then the last three things they mentioned are just the work-in-progress areas that we've been checking out this whole video. Alright folks, so that's pretty much everything that I found here on the Horde test. The only thing I didn't really mention, we did find when I was playing the galley, I was way out in the middle of nowhere, and I did find my diet. So I wasn't in the migration zone. So that was already like, hello? Like, I don't really have that luck ever on the official servers, so that alone gave me, like, you know, if I had more arms, 4 thumbs up, right? Was stoked to see that, and I really hope they continue doing that, because having foods be sparse outside the migration zone but still available, I think is really, like, that's where I want the game to go, right? That's how I want the diets to be. I don't want you to starve out in the middle of nowhere, right? If you're in plains, you should have a chance to find the things that say they spawn in plains. But yeah, guys, that's going to be it for this episode. Again, I'm sorry about the bit rate and the frame rate at times. When this ends, I'm going to go really focus on that, because every time the IL updates, it's like I got to change my settings. It's very frustrating. It's very difficult to nail it down. This game, if you guys think this game's hard to run on your computer, try recording it and then try streaming it. Oh, there's all different settings. It's chaos. But anyway, enough about that. Hope you guys enjoyed this. Go check out the Horde test. The information was below there, below the changes that they had. So you just go to preferences, right, and opt into the beta that is the Horde test, and you can join in the fun as well. But good luck. The servers were crashing on me, and as more and more people know that this is out, the more and more they're going to crash, and the more people are going to try to get in. So enjoy your queue. Hopefully you don't crash, but enjoy the port. But if anything, you've got this video to check it out and live vicariously. So I hope you guys enjoyed, but I'm going to get out of here. I'm going to probably go play more ISLE, to be honest. But until next time, guys, I have been Jay, and I hope you guys have a great rest of your day.